channel. I haven't seen y'all in a while. I'm actually in the kitchen making breakfast on this good Tuesday morning. I was supposed to have an interview. I think I discussed this in another video, but I didn't post the video that I discussed this in. So I'm going to probably just do like some kind of story time or something like that. But anyway, I had an interview. Went to the interview and the place doesn't even open up till 5 p.m. and I had the interview at 10. So then I called them to be like, oh, well, maybe, they still just doing interviews. And then nobody answered the phone. So I just went home. Anyway, so now I'm about to make breakfast. But y'all, Love Island. So I was like, because I just been watching like recap videos. But I just want to come on here and discuss a few things. So the big discussion that everybody is talking about, well, at least most of the girls, the choices. This is season 8, episode 18. So the men have already gone to Casa Amor. The girls are still on the villa, and they bring in the boatload of men. They bring in the boatload of men. And we have by this time we have already seen like the pictures. We've already seen, the first look and all that. And they had to end up, it was 12 men. They had a little pool party for a few hours, and after that they had to end up choosing 6 of the 12. The other 6 went home. One, I just feel like they should have let all 12 stay a little bit longer, because my thing is, I feel like from the choices are the choices. Like, yes, I was bummed because none of the big dogs was chosen, bro. Like, none of the big dogs. Like, it was tall dudes that was chosen, but none of the real big, you know what I'm talking about. None of those were chosen. So I was already bummed out about the choices. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Once they picked their 6, I had got on my phone and I was like half watching the rest of the show. Like, I was like, that's who y'all chose. Like, the fuck. But anyway, that's who they chose. I'm not in the villa. They in the villa. That's who they wanted to choose. So, whatever. So, mind you, you do have to, I had to remember too, like, we didn't really get to see the way that they produced this episode and edited everything as far as the pool party. It was very much, it was like almost overproduced. They just kept having these fake scenes of them cheersing and men jumping into the pool and them having this fake dance party. Like, bro, we want to see the conversations. So that's the thing about it, is like, these 6 men didn't get chosen, but also we don't know, they could have been having conversations with them and they weren't interesting enough to the girls for them to be like, yeah, we're gonna keep them. Also, I don't know how long the pool party was. They might have been, because most of the conversations they were showing were group conversations. So some of these men, like the dark-skinned dude, Keon, I think his name was, they didn't even show. I knew that he wasn't going to get pushed through to the 6, because after the pool party, I realized, I'm like, they didn't even show him talking. Like, we didn't even see him having any of the conversation. He wasn't even in any of the groups of the conversation. So I'm like, he's not going to get picked. I already knew he wasn't going to get picked. And then after they chose the 6, me looking at the 6 that they didn't choose, I'm like, yeah, like, I don't think any of those guys were in any of the conversations either. So it's almost, it kind of made sense. And even if they were in the conversations, it's given like, they could have, we don't know how these conversations went, again, because the way it was edited. Like, they could have been in some of the groups where they were having conversations, but the girls might have been in a group having a conversation. They might have enjoyed that conversation a lot with those particular guys, and they might have stayed in that conversation a little bit longer. They might not have even gotten to talk to all the 12 men. Like, we don't even know. Or some of these guys could have been in the groups, but it was like mainly 2 or 3 people that were that were talking during the conversations, and maybe they didn't even have a lot of input in the conversation. So that might have went towards their decision. Like they might have been like, yeah, I don't really know him, so I don't remember him from the conversation, so let's go ahead. Or they might have been like, yeah, I didn't get a chance to speak with him. Like we don't know how long the pool party was. So again, their decisions was their decisions for a reason. We don't really know the reasons though, because we didn't get to see any of the conversations for real. We saw like snippets of some of the conversations, and again, they were all group conversations. So that's that. Whatever. I was over it after that. I was over it after they ain't picked none of the big dogs. I was low-key kind of over it. But I kept, watching a little bit. But I just also feel like I just didn't like the fact that, I don't know. I don't really think, honestly, I think low-key after they made the 6 choices, I immediately said, oh, they're all going back to their OG relationships. I immediately said that. I already feel in my heart, Sincere and Melanie, low-key they might win. They low-key might win. I don't like them together at all. I'm never going to vote for them. But I know, especially from that the last vote that they let the audience have, they might actually win. It was a lot of people that's like, yeah, they're just toxic and blah, blah, blah. But I truly believe a lot of people still voted for them. I think a lot of people was like, oh, that was rigged. Bruh, I think it was like somewhere rigged, but not for real. I really think, because I also was seeing like a lot of mixed commentary on them after that last vote, or before that, right before that last vote. And it was actually a lot of people saying they was going to vote for Sincere and Melanie. Like, people love that struggle love shit. Y'all got to remember that. So, But yeah, so I just was like, girl. And then when Melanie came over and like pulled Anaya talking about, can I pull you for a chat? I'm like, bitch, can you pull her for a chat? Y'all supposed to be in here talking to the guys, not talking to each other. Like, this is not the regular, we just in the villa and we no, y'all need to be talking to all these men that's in here. There's only 6 now. So come on, like, what are you doing? Then you could tell she was off somewhere, probably talking in a group setting, and then was like, let me go pull Anaya. Like, girl, you don't, like, bro, we don't want her back. Again, Anaya, stop speaking to Melanie about relationship things. Do not. I know you might think like, oh, they really look like they got together, they made it through. No, that's not what kind of relationship vibe you need. You don't need that. That's not what we're doing. You need somebody new, and Casey needs somebody new. Y'all do not need to go back to each other. Now, I ain't gonna lie, if they do end up coming out of this whole thing and going through, and even if they end up choosing people and then they end up coming back to each other, I still feel like if they do come back to each other, I will still probably vote for them. Just because I'm like, you know what? F it. We ball. Like, but yeah, like, girl, go talk to people. And then the other reason I'm mad at the options that they chose is because I feel like, and somebody else said this too, like, it just gave like everybody chose like one person each that they wanted to keep. Carl did pick Anaya, and I do feel like Anaya picked Carl, so that makes sense. I feel like Melanie chose somebody, and I don't think that's fair, because Melanie, you're not about to go back. You're not about to explore for real. They should have gave Anaya more. They should have let Anaya have more options, honestly. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Anaya should have had 2 options, and Jen should have had 2 options, and then Kenzie and Trinity, and that's it. Because Kata and Melanie, I really don't see it. I really don't see it. Or Trinity should have had 2 options. I mean, because I really don't care about Jen either. I just said she should have 2 options because she don't got nobody. But Anaya should have had 2 options. Trinity should have had 2 options. And then Kata won and Kenzie won. And then Melanie, we don't give a fuck. So, because we know you're about to go back to your nigga. So, I just was like, you gave yourself only one option. So you still low-key about to do the same thing. You're only probably going to talk to this Carl dude. You're going to vibe with him. And then you're going to make the decision on whether or not, oh, do I feel like I have more in common with KC or Carl? No, we needed you to have like, and then also what I feel like they should have did was, because it was people that was picking like they were picking Anaya, they were picking like the same people. So I'm like, I feel like they didn't put none of those people in there. Like the options that they chose, y'all should have put the people in there that chose Anaya and somebody else. So again, it's like she has more than one option. It was given they chose literally like, Anaya, you get one person, you get one person, you could choose one person. No, bruh. Like, I just, and then the thing is, the whole time they're like, no, girl, Anaya, you need to be da-da-da-da-da. Bruh, if y'all really was looking out for each other, like y'all freaking try to say y'all do, y'all should have gave her more options. Y'all should have gave her more options. Like, I'm just not understanding. I just not understanding. Like, that pissed me off. That really pissed me off. That's really the only reason that's one of the main reasons I was pissed off by them choices. Because it's given, you still don't have no options to explore for real. You gave yourself one person. Like, we don't care who Melanie wants. Melanie's not gonna explore. Like, let's just be serious. And she knows she not. And she should say that. Because we all know you're not. So, y'all should have gave her more options on y'all behalf. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go to Trinity and Bryce. Trinity, yeah, get your new man, because they look cute together. And the fact that I remember his name is Corey. Oh yeah, I do want to go back to Carl and Anaya. They are cute. I feel like that's more her speed, so it do make sense. Like, he's definitely more her speed. He seemed a little more like travel culture, like he know. And just, I don't know her upbringing, but from what she's saying, like, you know what I'm saying, it sounds like her family is more, you know, like their upbringing seems a little more aligned. So her and Carl seem like the same speed. Also, it's giving Carl, like, I feel like, although we liked her with the you know what I'm saying, they was off rip, you know, let me pick her up, and then and although Anaya's, oh, I'm about to do 10 times worse, 10 times. We know that's not Anaya. She's not doing all that. That's just not her. So, and I don't think she want to be on TV looking like that. So, especially now, it's a lot of people watching the show. So she don't want to be on TV looking like that. And that's what they were, the guys that they didn't pick that picked her, that's what they were giving. I think she, again, when people like, they pick safe options, I think that they did. Like, she picked a safe option where she wasn't going to have to do too much. But also, this person, in speaking with them and speaking with Carl, she probably realized, like, oh, we do kind of got some stuff in common. I'm talking before they picked the 6. She probably was like, oh, we do have some stuff in common. I mean, he cute. Like, he not I wouldn't pick him out, but it's not like he ugly. And then they just seem like they more of the same speed, and he not gonna try to like pressure her to be doing like kissing all the time and doing all this extra stuff. You know, she's not trying to be on Kenzie time, bro. She's trying to be on some chill, really get to know you type stuff. So that's what it's giving. That's what it gives that she wants. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If she like it, I love it. But Trinity, yeah, I just don't like her and Bryce. You know what I'm saying? Although I think their friendship is cute, it's not giving like that would really be something that will last beyond the show. I just feel like if they did keep in touch, it would be as friends. Like, they just do seem like good friends. And although I think that whole little monologue that Bryce was doing and he was crying, that shit was some BS. But I do really believe that they laughed a lot together And then, they joked a lot, and they got each other's jokes and shit like that. So that's probably true, but I just really don't care. Like, that nigga, you can be off the show. Trinity, get your man Corey. Cause Trinity, let's be honest, like, Trinity's still up here. She's still up here on most people's ratings. So Trinity, we're just gonna say she's gonna win, but she needs to go with Corey. If she don't go with Corey and she go back with Bryce, it might be a lot of people that's like, I don't like that. I don't like that for her. But then again, even on that tip, I'm seeing a lot of mixed reviews. Some people really like, oh, I really felt for Bryce on this show. So I don't know. Hey, if she go back with Bryce, people might really be like, oh, this is a love story. It's so amazing. I don't know. But yeah, Trinity, get your man. Bryce is a liar. Bryce knows that none of those girls in that house like him. So like him for real, the only way that they would come back with him is because the only reason they would come back with him is so they can get into the house. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, it's money on the line. Like, that's the only reason they would come back with him, but not because they like him for real. So if he bought somebody back and then Trinity didn't bring somebody back, now it's looking like, oh, like I thought we really had something. So you know what I'm saying? He just might shoot himself in the foot with that choice. Is giving nobody in the house like him. So he needs to, let me say this, because I also feel like they still probably thinking like, one, the boys don't even know that the girls already seen them on the first night. But they do probably think like, oh yeah, the show does do a little movie night thing where they're showing. So he might really be like, even if you really thinking about it, okay, when they did a little dance, he wasn't doing too much. He was being goofy. That don't look bad. We saw him talking with one girl. Even if he talked to other girls, like he said he was talking to Alana, that probably is not no crazy conversations. Bryce not kissing all up on nobody or nothing like that. Nothing that he's doing in the house looks bad. And now on top of that, he in here, I really miss Trinity. Trinity. So if they have movie night, it's gonna work in his favor. Like, Trinity, I'm like, oh, I was really touched by that. Oh, now I still have my connection. Now I can still make it to the end. Like, that's all that's given. This is just giving. You didn't have no other connections to give yourself options in Casa Amor, so you need to make sure you submit what you got with Trinity. That's really all that's giving. Zach and that girl, bruh, I don't see anybody taking this take, and I really feel in my heart, because everybody is too worried about the fact that, like Zach, like, you would date somebody that your brother went on a date with, or that your brother kissed, or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But, bro, we've already think that, it's already given that obviously Zach is playing this game. Like, he's playing it. I wouldn't put it past him that his brother sent this girl on this show for him to get to have more options. Like, the fuck? Because, yeah, when you really think about it, Zach has been talking about, for the past, like, 2 weeks, bro, 2-3 weeks, he's been talking about, what if some bombshells come in? Would you be mad if I talk to bombshell? He kept saying that. He kept mentioning that to Kata. It's giving, like, they plan, oh, I got a girl that's going to come in there for you. So if you don't have a match already, like, if you don't have somebody, like, feel strongly in your match already, then I have somebody I can send in for you. Or even if you do find somebody that you feel confident in, like, that could just be another option for you. I'll just send her in for you. Because it's already given. He's been strategizing since the very beginning. This girl happened to know your brother. She went out on, we don't really know, because she said, like, multiple things. At first she was like, yeah, we kissed. And then she was like, she told the girls later that they went out on a date. So I don't know. But she knows her brother. They dated. They kissed. And you don't care. You don't think that that's weird. Although she brought up the fact that you had sex with Kata, and she thought that was weird, but she don't think her going on a date and kissing your brother is weird. So it's giving, So I just am like, I'm just like, that's a weird situation. And then they really getting along. Oh, they both like Marvel. They both like cats. It's already gay. It already was given with Zach, like his brother kind of told him how to play the game before he went in. Bruh. It's not given that's a coincidence to me. It's given that was planned. And it's given they trying to let Zach get this money by any means necessary, bruh. That's what it's given. Like, nobody peeping it. I peeped it, bruh. That's what it's given. But yeah, I ain't really seen nobody say that yet, but I really am feeling, like, the more that I see commentary, I've just been thinking about it, like, that's kind of weird, because everybody like, bruh, that's weird that you don't care that she dated your brother and they kissed, and I mean, she said they didn't have sex, but how do you really know for real? Like, maybe he know his brother, I don't know, but y'all all intertwined, and now you getting along with her, and for the past 3 weeks you've been talking about, what if some bombshells came in here? Would you care if I explored? It's giving you already knew somebody was coming in there for you. He was making sure, and that was her way of letting you know, I'm the one that your brother sent in. Oh, I know your brother, but we didn't do anything. We just kissed, we went on a date. Yeah, I'm the girl. So let's, because even like right after that, that's when they really, oh, you like cats? Oh, you like Marvel? Bruh, them niggas in cahoots. They trying to get this money. Like, they're in cahoots. But anyway, Casey, yeah, like, again, Casey come back with somebody new. Anaya come back with somebody new. Please. I don't even want them to get back together. Just be with the new people. For real. But the girl, Tiara is cute. Like, I don't know, like, seeing this new episode too, though, is giving, like, girl, like, calm down a little bit. But y'all cute together, but, like, calm down a little bit, though. But I like them together. I just don't hope she, like, be doing too much. Like, like, and I think that Casey said something, I don't remember what he said, but he was talking to the guys, and he said something, he was, like, talking about Tiara, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's given he kind of noticing she doing too much, too. So definitely Casey just needs to, it looks like he's definitely going to be exploring. He's going to be talking to, we saying from the first look, he's going to be talking to Sydney, I think her name is, on the next episode. That's all I care about. I just need Casey to explore, really, because I ain't even going to hold you. If Casey finds somebody and he got a really good connection with them, he's going to be more my client than Anaya. I'm not going to hold you. He's going to be more my client than Anaya, honestly. But it's still gonna be Trinity first, especially if she stayed with Corey and they really, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Trinity, Casey, whoever he pick, and then that's really it, honestly. Who else? Sincere, yeah. Again, Sincere just look like all the girls been watching and they don't like him. So he ain't really having no real, they probably ain't having no real conversations with him. They don't like him. They know they're not going to choose him. He's a liar. And he's short. And he's not even that cute. So, and he look like Lord Farquaad. But yeah, he's going back to Melanie. Because he could probably already tell, none of the girls they not effing with me for real. I might as well go back to Melanie. That'll look good on my part. Hopefully she's still feeling the same way. And then that'll look good on both of their parts to a lot of the audience that's watching. Oh, they went through all this and they still chose each other. Whatever. We don't care. Well, at least I don't care. But, yeah. So, that's my take on everything. Again, I'm still bummed at these choices. Also, to me, this last episode wasn't as good as episode 17, but it was like, it seemed like a little filler episode. I don't know. I think this next episode is gonna be really good. So hopefully we start shaking some things up again a little bit more, you know. Hopefully Anaya is exploring. We didn't get to see all the conversations. I don't know. I really also think that they didn't show when all the 12 guys went and kissed 2 girls. I don't think they showed all the guys. And then even some of the guys, they only showed 1 girl that they kissed, not 2, not the other one. So I don't even think we got to see that whole little thing as well. So maybe one of those other guys is somebody that Anaya wants to explore. I don't know, possibly the Corey dude. Or I was thinking the other guy, I don't remember his name, but he kind of looked like, what's his name? The first guy that got kicked off, Sean. Ain't that his name, Sean? He kind of looked like Sean a little bit, but maybe she might like him too. I don't know. But I just need her to be, I wanted them to be talking to everybody. Like, y'all need to be talking to all 12 men, bro. Not one over here, one over there. Y'all need to be talking, not to each other. But anyway, the freak. So, we gonna see how this play out. But yeah, so, I'm just like, I don't know. But anyway, this episode tonight hopefully will be a good episode. That's my little take on what happened on last night's episode. Just let all them fine men's go. Anyway, girl. Or anyway, y'all. I will see y'all later.